All right, man. Every day is an opportunity to get better. We got to get better today. What I want to know is who's excited to work.
What? 90! What? 90! Come on, let's go! What? 90! What? 90! Here we go! What? 90! What? 90! Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38! Come on, let's go! What? 90! What? 90! Let's go! What? 90! What? 90! Here we go! What? 90! What? 90! Come on, let's go! What? 90! What? 90!
All right, this is for all the marbles. This is for gold.
Hey, man, that was great. I mean, you had a good day today.
Come on, let's
You finally
go!
getting it.
Brad
You're starting to
38!
turn the corner, and that's what we like to see as a coaching staff. Show us some more.
Let's go! What? 90! What? 90! Here we go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
fella, swing over here. Let's talk. Talk about you getting better every week. You know what? Today you got better. Let's keep it up.
Hello, everybody.
Still scoreless here in the first, but a third down situation forthcoming. Let's get into the action. And on third down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. Third and long for Winston. He's got time, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes.
Roberto Aguayo out now for the Buccaneer field goal try. This from 44 yards away. And Aguayo able to knock it through. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense.
A pretty big early test for the defense coming up. What can they dial up here to try and thwart this third down situation? And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Prescott from the gun on third. Complete to Jason Witten. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball. The most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the... So here's the situation upcoming. Second quarter, third down, and this defense just trying to force the field goal attempt. Well, they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Now the backup, A.J. McCarron. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation.
Time to get back into the action. The football in the red zone for this offense. It's second down, 6 yards to go. They run again with Morris. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take any time you hand the ball to a back.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. 3rd and 1. McCarron wants to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
1st and goal from the 5. Now it's Morris. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
They'll try to run it with Morris. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Alfred Morris taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Second effort there. He was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads.
So time becoming an issue here late in this first half of action as we get back down to the field. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. So time growing short here in this first half as they try to get some momentum heading into the lockers.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And it from the red zone now. It's McCarron. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now McCarron throwing on second. This will be caught at about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And again, it's McCarron. That's caught at the 2. Only 2 yards on the completion at 2nd down. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the 1st round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago. Really, it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Both the Buccaneers and the Cowboys haven't had a reliable run game so far. The push up front has not been there, and you have to give credit to both defenses on that front. All right, let's get it going. Let's roll those first half highlights. Cowboys have it at the 30. Pass will be completed out of the gun, and he'll end up at the 20-yard line before being tackled. Cowboys later on the drive. Morris is going to look for space, and he'll go for a score. The Cowboys go up by 4. About halfway through the 2nd quarter, Whitehead's by himself here, and it's going to end up going for a gain of 37. So that's a wrap for us. We'll head back now to Raymond James Stadium for the start of the 2nd half.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Now Jones. Ooh, with a juke. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also...
Potential turning point in a 1-score game. What can this defense do as they look to hold on to their 2nd half lead?
Here we go. Green.
They'll look to throw here. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides with a Needs to build who's going to make the big play.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And Aguayo's kick is good. But there is a penalty marker down. They might be forced to try this one again.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, landing.
First and goal here from the 2. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
One thing I know, defensive coaches love it when they don't have to invite their players to the party. This strong safety, you never have to ask him twice to help in run support. He's going to arrive and in a bad mood.
Double tight, double tight. Hey, 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 hey. 4 down, 4 down. Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So 3rd and goal, the defense in the dime.
Can still bring pressure.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Roberto Aguayo out now for the Buccaneer field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Aguayo able to knock it through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. A decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on.
The margin for error for this defense is slim because a field goal would change the complexion of this game. Can they get the stop they need?
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and it's a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Let's go. Green, 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Caught, right side, Gresham. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Finding time. And his throw is incomplete. The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game.
Boom, landed.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's got his man. It's Brandon Coleman. The reception good for 7. It's third down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. And if the defense can hold here, this ball game is over.
And they're thinking more than just holding. They're thinking about a takeaway to finish things off.
Green, 39. Green, 39.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is going to be incomplete. Brandon Coleman was the intended target, and it's 4th and 3.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. This remains a 1-point game. The defense did their job. Now the offense here late. They'll start it on the ground with Morris. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. One back is Morris. And he'll get it up the middle. And they'll bring him down. And the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. This is Morris. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Morris. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll try to wind some clock with McFadden. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your Come on,
baby. Let's see what you got. All right, here we go. Green 39.
Back to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And at 50 seconds left, he'll spike it to stop the clock. Let's see what the defense dials up here. 3rd and 4.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. He finds Coleman. The 20. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
wow. Tell me practices we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there.
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? So this offense now in a spot where they have to hit the end zone. A field goal does them no good at this deficit. They have 2 timeouts remaining. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He's back to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just gotta find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.
Guys, last time we were out here, coaching staff didn't like what we saw. You all know it wasn't good enough. So let's make up for that today and have a great one. I know you got it in you. So let me see that greatness come out on the field, all right? Let's do it.
Here we go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Hut! Come on, let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Here we go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Hut!
Gentlemen, achieving our goals starts right here on the practice field. I can't stress that enough. You all know we have lofty goals for this season. If you want to achieve those goals, we gotta raise our game. Today just wasn't good enough. So next practice, we have to be much better.
Here we go! What? 90! What? 90!
Hey, man, that was great. I mean, you had a great day today. You taking the first steps towards success in this league. But don't fall back and get lazy. There's more steps ahead, so you got to keep it up.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Jets going up against the Cowboys. With that, we'll send you out to Arlington, Texas. Here's Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and Mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup here in Week 3 between the New York Jets and the Dallas Cowboys. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Guyton along with Charles Davis. And Charles, Week 3 of the preseason. We're getting there. Opening night on the horizon. Here, the Madden video game even came out on Tuesday, so you know we're close. But this is the week you use as your dress rehearsal, isn't it?
It is. You go over it.
Still nothing here in quarter one, but an early test to check in on as we've got a third down situation looming.
Let's go!
Third and short yardage, Prescott. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this. The Cowboys will turn it over now to Dan Bailey for the field goal try. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they get the ball first here in front of the home crowd under the lights, and they get 3 points out of it.
Something about a night game, isn't there? A little extra snap, a little extra crisp in the air.
back into the action. We've got a red zone alert. 1st and 10 at the 14.
Here we go. Red 38.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Deep drop. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Leonard Williams coming up the middle. Gets him there for a loss of about 9. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now the backup, A.J. McCarron. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And a big turnover there as he... Second quarter, this defense looking for a big 3rd down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball offense.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now here's McCarron on 3rd. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And a big...
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
McCarron on 1st down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
From the 2-yard line now, it's 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Old school defensive tackle play dictated just stood up and danced with the guy in front of you. And if a guy came near, tackle him. New school, you don't want to just dance. You want to get past him, get upfield, and make the play in the backfield.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Alfred Morris, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments. This offense has been clicking pretty well here in the first half. They've got the sizable margin. Now can they add to it here with a final drive in the second quarter? Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
Yeah, what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
McCarron again here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
3rd and 1. McCarron wants to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 1st and 10, here's A.J. McCarron. And this is incomplete. Lucky Whitehead, his intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's McCarron. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's brought down.
Holding. Offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Set. 319. 319.
And again, it's McCarron. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And actually, Larry, hold that thought. We're right back to the action. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now Jones. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So the situation, it's 3rd down in the 3rd quarter, and this defense just trying to get the ball back to their offense to get back in this contest.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
And maybe expecting a throw. They'll run it now out of the gun. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Okay, now the field goal unit out on the field as they look to extend this 3rd quarter lead. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that too, but it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I... quarter, and it's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on 3rd down. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. From midfield, here's McCarron. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the...
It's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on 3rd down. McCarron going to try and throw on third down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push it. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go. 3-19.
McCarron going to throw it here. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Alfred Morris ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the...
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes...